travel guide for lovers. Visit the inspiring Eiffel Tower, sacred Notre Dame Cathedral, quaint villages, intimate cafes, romantic surroundings, and the utmost hospitality Europe has to offer.
Hey, it's me, Wei, and today I want to take you onto a trip. It's like my very first video of that kind. I will try to do more of them in the near future, and I'm going to take you through one of my favorite games. I played it religiously, like I absolutely adored it in my childhood, despite me being way too young for it. And despite it actually being like really hard to get in my country also, but I had it. I had it twice. It's the second Medal of Honor game for the PlayStation 1. Medal of Honor Underground. Let's skip the demo. We don't need it. And let's jump right into the action. It's a pretty neat game. We are playing on the hardest difficulty, which means our HP will carry over from level to level. So we have to be a little more conservative with our health. And with that, let's jump in. Like, we're playing in Paris. Our objective is to make a raid on the Music Academy, which the Germans are using as a makeshift armory, and to steal a truck, because we got a hint from an informant that we can steal it. But as it will turn out, like, this informant was a German spy, and we're running right into a trap. We are playing as Manon Baptiste, a member of the French resistance, and we're about to like rendezvous our brother below the Eiffel Tower. Because he wants to take us with him on the raid. He won't survive the level. Spoilers. Interesting thing, like the control scheme actually is like pretty modern. Or you can make it pretty modern with some changes in the options menu. Like you move forward, left and right on your left analog stick, and you can free look on the right one. Also, you can like strafe run, like in a lot of earlier games, where you're faster when you strafe. Means you're not going like straight left and right or forward, but you're doing both at once. Also, you can jump in this game, and you have pretty hefty air control.
Manon, you
That's
came.
him.
There isn't much time. Follow me and watch your back. Militia are everywhere.
You watch my back. Because if I want like a good score at the end of the level, I actually have to kill all the guards, because that's how the point system works in this game. Fuck you! Yeah, and they can do that. Like, they can catch grenades and Molotov cocktails and throw them back to you. Can be pretty annoying later on. Fuck you. He for some reason seems also to be like the only person in Paris with an MP40. As a French guy. Also, as he's unlocking this door, we're already getting ambushed, so we should notice by now that it's a trap, but while he's not the smartest guy, Manor is probably not the smartest girl, so we're going to open that garage door, and...
Get to the catacombs, Manor!
Imagine my shock. So we're going to enter the second level, just like this. I mean, it was to be expected, honestly. That the truck explodes like this is a little strange, but yeah, they have pretty powerful weapons, apparently. Also, like, at the bottom end, you can see, like, it's a nice little thing. You have, like, little punts for how your aiming was. Like, if you shoot them in the legs a lot or something like that. I shot them mostly in the head, so I get gunnery evaluation head waiter. We're not going to save, we don't need that. The levels are really short still, so I'm going to play like through the first chapter at once. Later on I might make one or two parts when we get to longer levels, but for now, like, we can take this chapter at once. We're now in the Parisian catacombs. One of my absolute favorite levels. It's not hard or anything, but it's really atmospheric. You have a great soundtrack, a lot of great like background ambient sounds, and it's overall just a very atmospheric level, especially for a PlayStation 1 game. Also, for some reason, we have a stand MP now, and for some reason, German soldiers later on in this level will use it as well. Because German soldiers use British-made machine guns. As to be expected. Like he... Oh no, he actually had a pistol. That, which gives me stand money. Stand ammunition, sorry. Little German there. On the side. Also, we're still running from the trap, so we have to seal off the catacombs. And to do so, like, we have to explode the entrances to it. Because we apparently now have, like, TNT with us as well. So we're doing exactly that. Don't let no one can follow us. Also going to find some forged papers down here, just lying around, and at the end we're going to hide in a hearse. So we get freely run off. Without being bothered too much. Nice skull textures. Lots of PlayStation 1 typical texture warping here, but nah, I think it really looks nice. I love its graphics. They just don't get old for me. Also, a nice, funny thing. I will try to show that off next. Like, they have individual hit zones. Like, they have no ragdolls, handmade death animation, and they also have individual hit zones. Like, if you shoot them in the leg, they react according to it. You can shoot heads off, you can, like, not heads with brains, but heads you wear, and helmets off, and stuff like that. You can shoot them in the toe, and they react accordingly. This guy, sadly, is way too high up there. So let's see. Going to blow this one up as well. Like that. Holy shit, that thing is loud. I didn't remember it to be that loud. Maybe take just a slight adjustment to the audio here. Because it's really just a little too loud, I think. Okay, we should be fine now. Yeah, that's about right. Also, like here, as you can see, like the guns actually have recoil, so you have to keep that in mind. It's not really harsh or anything, but it's something to be kept in mind. This is our last entrance we have to seal. So we're legit going to get jumped on now. There he is. A little liberal use of the Molotov cocktail here. Also some clunky jumping puzzle here. Fuck you. Please die. Thanks. Oh, come on. I really want these supplies that are there. I mean, it's a little clunky as to be expected from a PlayStation game. But it's not too bad. I've played worse. I've played worse in modern times, actually. Which is a shame. No, I think he's dead. You don't have to scream for him anymore. Let's kill those guys. I'm not going to get a 3-star rating in every level because that would require to kill every guard and every enemy in the game in a decent time. Also, you would have to like wait out all of the turret sections that will come later on, and they can really prolong the levels. You don't really get anything from it besides besides character unlocks for the split screen multiplayer, which I'm not going to play anyway, so let's get into the hearse and drive off to some village where we have to destroy some papers that are evidence for resistance activity. I'm in this armor now because I shot a lot of arms. Yeah, we have to destroy some evidence for resistance activity, find some MG nests, and destroy some supply trucks. It's also pretty straightforward. Like, it's really hard to miss objectives in this game. You can in some later levels. You can miss some objectives if you're not careful, but it's not really likely. Also, you can like exit the level without doing all the objectives, but that will result in a game over. So we're not going to do that, obviously. Shoot him in the head. Turn around a bit. Fuck you. And he survived that. Evidence papers. Also, like, papers start burning if you just shoot them with bullets enough. That's how bullets work. Up there is our first MG nest. I won't be manning it for too long because soldiers will start running up through that thing and shoot me from the side. I will just use it very briefly to destroy that thing. That's one of the reasons I'm not going to get a 3-star rating here, because I would have... I need to stay there for a prolonged time for every enemy to spawn in and stuff, because it's... Yeah, it's one of those games where you have, like, you get into the turret and then you trigger spawns. And those spawns can take some time. We're not going to do that. It's not really necessary. It's, as mentioned, just for multiplayer unlocks, which we don't need. Attention yourself. Get down here. And then we will shortly arrive at the second MG nest. I want those. There it is, our second MG nest. Also triggers some opponents to spawn. We get into it. But we don't really care for that. And that's the third and last MG nest we have to take out. We also have to be careful again, because people tend to like run up these stairs behind us and shoot us in the back. And if they have automatic weapons, they can kill you pretty fast if they're close. Soldiers, we have to find and destroy one more piece of evidence, and we also have to disable the press. What is it called? Some evidence. The printing press. We have to hide it, which we will do by dropping a box on it. Because no one will check this box or what's beneath this box. No one will ever do that. Here it is. No one will ever check beneath that box. No one. It's safe. And like that, we go into the last level, where we have to kill 4 German tanks, 4 Panzer IVs. Camp Louis Armstrong. Okay, interesting. And we get our first Panzerfaust also, so it's a pretty fun level. Sometimes the tanks can be They can be dickish. He's taking a piss. I shot his helmet off. We're waiting for this tank to come back. Because tanks in this game aren't resistant to MG fire. We can very easily kill them with MGs. And I want to do that on the first one because I need the Panzerfaust later on. So we're just waiting for him to come back, which he does, because he's a nice tank. They also have like 2 separate hitboxes. One in the turret and one in the bottom thing. Also sometimes these things, they can stay active if you kill the tank, so you have to watch out for that. And he's blocking my way. Fuck you. Yeah, also you can shoot through walls. Even before Call of Duty 4 was a thing. I want those shells. I'm going to man this MG. Not to kill the tank, just to kill a couple of soldiers. I'm going to kill the next tank with the Panzerfaust. There they spawn. That's how turret sections work in this game. Like that. Collect some more Panzerfaust shells here. This guy. If he's not being a dick and running away. Oh, this is something like Super PlayStation 1 is static light textures. It's like not dynamic. Everything lit up is actually textured in that way. Don't shoot us, thank you. Just die, just die, just die, just die. He was still able to shoot his turret. That's why I shot another Panzerfaust. And that's pretty much it. Just kill those guys. Maybe kill one with the Panzerfaust. If there's... Of course we can. And yeah, that's the last level of Chapter 1. With that, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was my very first video of that kind. In the next chapter,